Yo, what up? Ooh, let's try that one more time.
Right.
They was coming up the street.
Right.
Yo, what up? This is Mike Brown.
This is Alpha.
And this is The Art of Letting Go.
Letting go. Letting go. Yo, what up, y'all?
Yeah, man.
Yo.
I wanted to start by saying congratulations.
I appreciate
on your
that,
new
man.
baby.
I appreciate that, man.
Yeah, man. I feel like this episode is gonna be a real feel-good episode because one, we haven't recorded in a while.
Yeah.
Two, the day feels beautiful.
Yeah, it's
Your
beautiful out
energy
here.
feels beautiful.
Yeah, yours
Mine
too.
feels beautiful. So this episode, you got a daughter, so it's about beauty.
Yeah.
Um,
That's actually her nickname for me too.
that's what's up.
I call her beautiful. That's the one I'm gonna call. Like that's her nickname. Is beautiful.
That's what's up,
yeah.
man. So I wanted to start it really by asking you, how do you feel?
It's been interesting. Like my emotions have been all over the place. Like
Yeah.
when I first had the baby, it was surreal. I've said the word before, and I thought I knew what surreal meant or felt like, but
Yeah.
I didn't know what it felt like until that moment. Like when I saw her and like we laid chest to chest for like skin to skin for the first time, and I was just like in awe of the
Yeah.
whole situation. And then watching my wife give birth to my child too was just like incredible to me. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like it was so beautiful to see her and to see just the different things that she had to go through to bring this life forward.
Yeah.
And to know that I helped create that life was just like, it's just been incredible. Like the whole experience has been amazing. Watching her changing her diaper, you know what I'm saying? Like just playing with her. She already got a personality. She already knows what she likes and what she don't like. And I'm just really looking forward to like, what I keep envisioning is her being like 2 and us having a conversation, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like her talking to me about and just teaching her. It's a lot, bro. Like,
Yeah.
like I could probably go a whole hour just talking about my emotion
Yeah.
about that. But I feel amazing.
That's what's up.
I feel amazing to be a father. I feel amazing to have a beautiful black child. I feel amazing to call her a beautiful black queen. Like I affirm her like every day. Every time I hold her, I affirm her.
That's what's
You
up.
know what I'm saying? I tell her she's beautiful. I tell her she's a queen. I tell her she's intelligent. I tell her that she can do anything. And she's a week old, but it's
Yeah.
like I just want to instill that in her already. Like you can do whatever you want to
man,
do.
DJ Khaled did it.
Right, right. Straight up, I didn't think about that. He did do that.
You know what I mean? I think that's a perfect way to start. I just being a child, I don't have kids, but being a child of parents, I think about most of my lessons were taught fear-based.
Right.
You know what I mean? So if I could give you any advice, it would definitely be to not teach your lessons through fear.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because, shit, you probably know with your own life as
Absolutely.
well how much that shit affects you.
Yeah.
So that's really dope to hear that you pumping the positivity in early.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. And it started like it started with my wife, like in the emergency room, not the emergency room, the labor room. And I started like pumping positivity into her because she was going through things that she got to the point where she felt like she couldn't do it.
Damn.
And I was like, it's me and you. Like, forget everybody else in this room.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's us. And like, I kind of, I helped coach her through it. And then I was talking to the baby, like encouraging the baby to come out and make it easier. Like for real. Like, we got this, girl. We got this. And it was dope, man. So I definitely appreciate that, and I definitely will take the thing that's helped me the most in my life is looking at like the mistakes of others around me and learning from those mistakes instead of having to do them myself.
Right.
And that's especially within my marriage. Like, not in every aspect of my life, but especially in marriage, I've definitely looked at like, okay, my dad did this way, and he's even told me don't do that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So let me use that to not do what it is that I really want to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I know that it's going to affect my marriage or affect my wife in a certain kind of way.
Yeah.
And so I've really been able to look at that. And so since I grew up a certain kind of way, I was based in fear too. Like a lot of things that were taught to me. And so I definitely don't want my daughter to go through that. Like,
I feel like
I don't want her to endure any of that. And if it does come, I just want to be open with her. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like if I can start now and I can learn how to be open with my child as she grows, then when she gets to the point where she is going through stuff, she'll feel good to come to me to talk to me about it. You know what I'm
so
saying?
necessary. Like, not so much being a friend, but being somebody that your child feels like they could trust.
Absolutely.
And bring shit to. Like,
yeah.
Because I think about a lot of experiences and shit that I probably been through that I just was afraid to talk to my parents about because of how they would react.
Right.
So I appreciate that, man. Because now, you've added another role to your life.
Yeah.
So how do you stay in tune with Alpha along with being, because, you've been son, you've been brother, you've been, your role at work, you've been friend, you added husband to that, and now you're adding father to that. So how do you stay in tune with Alpha?
It's interesting that you asked that because I've been thinking about that this whole week. Well, the week that the baby was home, you know what I'm saying? Like she was born early. She came a month early. She was in the NICU for a couple of days.
Yeah.
And then we brought her home last week, so she's officially like a week and a couple of days old. But I have been trying to process that because being in the hospital for like every day and then going home and being home every day, making sure everything was good, I started to get a little stir crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, I can't be in here every day. But then I kind of felt selfish for that.
Yeah.
And then I was like, all right, well, now I need to figure out that balance and how I do it. And I'm still kind of figuring it out. But I just was expressing to my wife yesterday, like, yo, I got to go to the gym. Like, I got to,
absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? I got to do this. You know what I'm saying? Like, meet up with brothers. Even if it's not recording a podcast, like, I just got to get up with my bros and just chop. Even if it's for an hour.
Yeah.
I need the sun, you know what I'm saying, to hit my face.
Absolutely.
Like, so those are the things right now that I know that I can do that won't take up too much of my time.
Yeah.
So I can still give a lot of my time to my wife and to my child. But I'm still kind of figuring out that balance, especially with me having to move my studio out.
Yeah.
That was like my release place. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's where I felt like I could be the most free. And so now I have to just figure it out. And I'm walking myself through that, but I'm glad that I'm processing it kind of already.
I think one thing that I would love for you to share with the viewers, because I talked to a close friend, shout out Tommy P, about, you and your wife falling in the role of parent.
Mm-hmm.
How do you still remain partners?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I know, like, now, her focus is probably the baby. Your focus is probably the baby. But how do you build this almost like a triangle to keep that focus with you guys as well?
Yeah, it's actually been cool.
That's what's up.
It's been cool. Like, I make sure I still affirm her.
Yeah.
So we had a birthing coach.
Yeah.
And our birthing coach definitely highlighted that before we had the baby. Like, look, there's going to be a whole new estrogen in the room, and she was talking to my wife, like, your husband is going to be giving another estrogen, even though it's your child.
Yeah.
A lot of attention.
Yeah.
And you have to be aware cognitively, like, this is what's going on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But aside from that, I make sure I still, like, compliment my wife. I make sure I call her beautiful. I make sure I still kiss her. I make sure, when, like, if we can put the baby down for a minute, I go up behind her and I dance on her real quick. You know what I'm saying? Like, just to keep that bond there. You know what I'm saying? Because one, she's even more beautiful to me than she was before because she just had my baby. You know what I'm saying? And so I just make sure, like, I make it an effort to keep that up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't always feel like doing it. Sometimes I'm like, I'm tired. I don't feel like it. I don't force it. But I definitely make a conscious effort to be there for her. You know what I'm saying? Like, I say, hey, baby. And I be like, hey, baby. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? It's all in the tone. It's all in the tone.
Right.
But, but, like, that's kind of how I'm balancing it right now. And it's been pretty cool, man. Like, the love is definitely very apparent in my household, and that's probably why, like, I'm coming here with this kind of energy too.
That's
like,
what's up.
It's nothing is bringing me down right now. Like, everything is positivity. Like, there's a lot going on. There's a lot of responsibility. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of paperwork I got to fill out, different stuff like that. But I'm just enjoying it, man. And I think I'm really giving myself a chance to enjoy. Like, I'm able to take some paternity leave. Thank you, California.
That's what's up.
For allowing that, because I didn't know that wasn't everywhere. So I'm able to take like 3 weeks off from work, and just spend time with the baby, spend time with my wife, and do stuff like this. Like, I'm glad to see you, man. It's been a minute since we were able to see each other, so it's good to catch up.
Yeah. What advice would you give? Because I feel like we have a lot of friends that are fathers, are becoming fathers. What advice would you give to any fathers right now, especially with new babies and new children?
I would say the biggest advice would be what we kind of talked about already, was to continue to make time for you as you give your time and give your energy and give your efforts to you know, your baby or your wife or your girl or you, whatever, you know what I'm saying? If you have a partner and y'all adopt it, like however it is, make sure you spend time with you to collect your thoughts and write them down and just spend time with yourself so that you know how to manage all of these different emotions that you're experiencing, because it's a lot. And if you don't like go through that process, you can combust and kind of just let go in the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? Or feel like you can't do it and it's too much.
The art of letting explode.
Right. Straight up. And so that would be my biggest advice. I mean, I know I'm just a weekend, but I've been doing that, and it's been very rewarding for me so far. So
that's what's up.
Yeah, man. It's been cool. It's been really cool. But how you been, man? What's going on with you?
I've been good, man. Life has been moving fast. I've been experiencing a lot of highs, a lot of lows, but I've been experiencing more highs than lows.
Awesome.
So, you know, today was really a day for me to just take some time to really look at where I'm at and everything I'm experiencing, because, you know, for the last couple of weeks, I really just, for myself, I felt a little worthless.
Yeah.
You know, and people could tell you all day, you know, what you mean to them, but if you don't feel it for yourself,
that's real.
It's hard to really accept that. And I think this weekend I really accepted who I am today.
That's beautiful.
Because I've lived so much in who I was, you know. So, you know, I spent a lot of time reflecting on really like the last 6 to 10 years of my life.
Wow.
And, you know, I recognize I'm in a beautiful place, and I appreciate this. And, you know, seeing me live the way I'm living and share my life with people, my experiences with people, I see the effect that it has on other people. And, you know, I feel like I'm finding purpose within my life.
That's beautiful, man.
You know, I've always thought that, you know, music was my thing, or like music was what I'm supposed to be doing. And it is a part of what I'm supposed to be doing. But I really feel like with my creativity, I'm supposed to just be helping people,
right?
Like helping people heal, helping people grow. And that's really like what keeps me going, man, with everything right now.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear you took the time to yourself. And I know that, you know, we've talked about this a lot, like you're real based on energy, you know what I'm saying? I know it's been raining out here a lot, and it's been real dark out here a lot, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know if that affected you at all.
It affected me a lot. It really did.
So I'm glad that you were able to, at least in that, take the time to really reflect and get something out of it, you know what I'm saying? And what do you feel like what came out of it the most? Like, you know, I know that you said that you feel real positive and that other people are kind of getting stuff and you can actually see it now, but what do you think is affecting you the most to keep that high kind of going forward?
I think just being aware of it.
Okay.
Like I said, accepting who I am today and not being so caught in who I was. You know, I really, really, really had to let go of who I was. You know, I think for so long I didn't like myself.
Yeah.
And I wanted to be something else so bad that to be who I am today, this is everything that I didn't want to be. You know what I mean? Like, I never, and maybe probably until this past week, I really accepted that it was okay for me to be gay.
Yeah. Wow.
You know, that word had a box in my mind. So forever I associated with what that box was for me. Okay. You know what I mean? And it was very negative. You know, so now to attach myself to a word that has always been negative to me, it was very confusing. Yeah. You know, it's like to accept that I am a gay man, and I've always seen gay as something that was just horrible. Right. You know what I mean? So now I'm associating myself with something that I saw as horrible. Wow. You know what I mean? Yeah, yeah. It's been a journey. You know what I mean? Like I feel like I came out in 2012. I feel like I'm turning 7 this year. Wow. You know what I mean? Like my life has been reborn, and now I recognize that I'm having to define everything for myself. Everything that I was taught, everything that I've experienced, I have to let go of all of that shit. Right. To really define everything for what it is for me. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I appreciate that, because it's tough living in somebody else's definitions. You know what I mean? Like, you know, and I feel like we always some kind of way circle around back to God, but I feel like I was taught a certain way about God that I had to redefine for myself.
Absolutely.
Because, you know, I was taught that God was like this big, scary, like, you know, God was scary to me. And God also made me feel like I wasn't supposed to be me. At least the way I was taught about all of that. That I wasn't supposed to be me because I would go to hell for being this. And now it's like, why would I go to hell for experiencing some shit and being who I am and being able to share these experiences and people being able to grow in their own lives from this shit? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, I really am embracing my life and embracing who I am, and it feels good. It feels new, but it feels good.
That's dope too, man, because like as you were talking about it, I was thinking of the word reinvent. But it's really embrace. Like it's more that you're not reinventing yourself, you're accepting who you really are. And that's amazing to hear, man. Like it brings, like, it's something that when we first met and you first came out to me, you taught me a lot about what that experience was like walking through it with you, going through it with you, because you told me pretty early on. You know what I'm saying? And so to kind of see the growth, and then to hear you say right now you finally accepted that this is who you are, even though you told me 6 years ago, is like, wow. You know what I'm saying? And that really stands out to me, because it's not even about like, if we could take it out of the context of saying gay, right? And it's just like whoever you are,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Like, come to the acceptance of this is who you are and run with that. Like, it's not about being gay. It's not about being a black man. It's not about none of that. It's about really accepting this is who I am and this is who I'm going to be going forward, and I'm comfortable with that.
Yeah, man.
That's dope, man. That's really dope. That just spoke volumes to me. Like,
you know, I recognize in my life that people in my life were more accepting of me than I was of myself. You know, like, it was easy for everybody else to make the adjustment, but for me, you know, granted I wasn't very expressive about it, I wasn't all the way accepting. You know what I mean? Like, all my friends, my family, everybody's like, cool, you know, whatever, like, it doesn't matter. But for me, it still mattered. You know what I mean? Somewhere in here, it was still embedded, like, you know.
And that's that, not to get all technical or whatever, but that's like undealt with trauma that you experienced as a child. You know what I'm saying? Like, talking about how you were taught about God and what God was and what that meant. You know what I'm saying? Being a gay male to God and stuff like that. Like, that's a lot of trauma that you kind of had to go through. So I love the fact that you are here now, man. Like, this is a great, because we haven't seen each other in like a month. It's been something like that.
It's been about 3 weeks or so. It's been a little minute.
And so it's great to come in on this type of energy, and even to hear you say those words. Like, I love that, man. Like, man. I know that I just had a daughter, and, you know, basically I didn't give birth. My wife gave birth, but I gave birth. It's like you're giving birth to yourself.
Yeah, man. On my way here, I was thinking that new life, it brings a new experience and new growth. And like you said, you had a child, but I feel like I'm being reborn as well, constantly being reborn. And like, you know, I feel like the new life is bringing new energy for both of us. You know what I mean? So it's amazing to be here. And when I say here, sitting here with you, but being able to be here on this earth. You know what I mean? Like, I think a lot of us take that for granted.
Absolutely. And I know I do.
And I feel like because we know that, I think we're starting to appreciate it more. You know, I think with the things that we're doing, like, we are doing things intentionally, as opposed to just doing shit just to do shit. Like, I feel like, you know, before in the past, I was just throwing darts, just trying to see what would hit, and it's like, I kind of get this shit now. You know, I've been putting out beats, and I took a break, because I was putting out beats every day of this month, and I took a break because I really felt exhausted. And I know I made this promise to myself, which I'm still on track with what I promised myself. Because I said I wanted to put out 20 beats for the month. I'm at 17. I got a couple of days to put out 3 more. But I needed a recharge, because I once I got in it, it was like, okay, I'm doing this every day. I got to do this every day. And it's like, no, like, you had a plan, stick with that plan and go for it. And it doesn't have to. I have a way of making things more than they have to be. And it's like, regardless of what I do, as long as I do it with my best effort, I'm going to get the results that I need. You know what I mean? Like, that's the most important thing for all of us. If we live this life with our best effort, we're going to get what we're supposed to get.
I believe that. That's 100, man. That's dope. And I'm definitely gonna. I've been walking in that same light.
Yeah.
Like at first when I brought the baby home, bro.
Yeah.
I was so nervous that I wasn't talking.
Yeah.
Like I was like, what am I supposed to do with this life? Like. She's small. Is she fragile? Is she, you know what I'm saying? And what got me out of it was she shitted and pissed on us the first time we changed her diaper. Like we thought she was good. As soon as we took the diaper off, blah blah. I was like, okay. She like splattered on me. I was like, all right. Like I can do this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I can do this. And I don't know why that's what did it.
Yeah.
But just to know, like, don't take shit too seriously.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, don't take it too seriously. Just do what it is that you said you were going to do and have fun with it. Like, releasing this project that I released last week taught me, I did it in a month and a half. You know what I'm saying? I did the whole project at home. Did the whole thing. Wrote everything, recorded stuff, mixed it, mastered, did everything at home.
Yeah.
Had different people come in to do stuff to help me with it. Like, I did it in in a month and a half. And I've been putting so much pressure on myself to create music and so much pressure to do. And it's like, just do it and have fun and put it out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I let it be as rough as it can possibly be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, how you doing, fellas? And so it was cool, man. Like, it just taught me a lot about just not taking stuff seriously. And it goes back to kind of what you were saying too. Like, you have a plan, you wrote it out, stick to the plan and you're gonna be good, man. So it's dope, man. I'm looking forward to what we talked about, what this year was gonna bring, and it's happening.
Yeah, man. And it's only February.
Right.
It's only February. And I say that in both ways. Like, it's only February, but it's only February.
Yeah.
So imagine what you could do in the next 10 months.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, shit is moving fast, and I'm excited to see where we take it.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Because it's moving.
Yeah, it is moving, man. I look forward, and I'm glad that I'm on the journey with you, man. It's dope. Like, you've inspired me. Shout out to that yoga dude. Shout out to Byron. Shout out to Crenshaw, man, to making that move. Like, you know, it's so many people around us that are doing positive things and really taking their lives into their own hands. And it's beautiful to see. Shout out Devontae. Shout out just everybody, man. Like, that's just moving and doing what they think or they believe to be what it is that they should be doing with their lives. It's inspiring to see, and it's making me step out of my little bubble and us step out of our little bubble that the world gave us. That wasn't even really us. You know what I'm saying? And I really appreciate everybody, and I'm about to give all of that right back to my daughter, man.
That's what's up,
all
man.
of it, man. I'm so excited, bro.
That's so dope.
I'm so excited, man. But that's all I got for today, man. That's
me too, man. Like, this felt really good.
Yeah.
Let the people know where they can find you and your project.
Yeah,
which is out now. And I got a track on there.
Hey, first track, intro. But no, you can find me on Alfpha Presents, ALFPHA_presents on all social media. You can find the album on everywhere. It's called Queen. My wife is on the cover. Was a surprise to her. It was a gift to her, actually. And I really enjoyed the project. I had a lot of fun with it. But you can find it on Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, Google Play, everywhere. And if you can, just hit me up and I'll send it to you. I ain't tripping. But Mike definitely is on the first track, so that's the first beat you hear is him. And I definitely appreciate that, brother.
Man, I appreciate you using it.
Yeah, man, it was dope. I had to use it. But where can people find you?
You can find me on all social media at Just Mike Brown. You can find me at primomiguel.com for everything that I'm doing. And, you know, just be on the lookout for more stuff, everything from us. Like, we got a lot of things that we working on, so it's coming.
Yeah, The Art of Letting Go, SoundCloud, Apple or iTunes.
Yes.
Google Talk, Google Play.
Yes.
It's wherever you can find it.
YouTube.
Find it. Yeah, check us out
everywhere.
And we got a lot of stuff in store, man. We have a lot of plans this year. And again, if you'd like to be a guest on the show, definitely let us know.
Yeah.
And we'll figure it out, and we'll put it all together.
And hit us up, like and subscribe. But hit us up. Let us know. You like the podcast, you don't like the podcast, you want to know more, if you want us to go more in depth about what we're talking about, if you got a topic that you want us to discuss, let us know. Shout out a couple of nobodies. They told me they were going to help me out with this phone line. So we might have a phone line soon, too.
That's what I'm talking about.
Just so you guys could call in and let us know what you want to hear about and what you want to talk about. But yeah, man, that's
That's it. Oh, and if you would like to have the Art of Letting Go come to a city near you,
yes,
contact us. We will definitely come out to a city and speak and talk and just host or do whatever it is that you would have us do. So just let us know, man. Like, we out here. We definitely want to participate and just share positive energy wherever we can be and wherever we can go. That's what the Art of Letting Go is all about. Positivity, positive energy, and being free, feeling free to feel free.
Yes.
Shout out to that yoga dude. But much love to y'all, man. Thank y'all so much for listening and watching and everything.
Sure. Well, this is Mike Brown.
This is Alpha.
And this is The Art of Letting Go.
Letting go. Letting go. That was kind of flat. I'm going to work on it. I had a baby. It's been a while.
Peace.